Hello everyone, Burkish here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to counter drive impact. This is a move that caused a lot of frustration for people in the open beta. So today I'm going to show you guys how to deal with it. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the content, and let's get right into it. So if we're trying to react to drive impact in neutral, which is a common situation people use it, I know a lot of people tend to have difficulty differentiating between drive impact and drive rush. It's because both moves, the characters glow. They make both kind of a similar sound as well, so it can be hard to differentiate it just purely on that. One thing you can do is look behind the characters. So if you look behind Ryu, you see all that sort of confetti that comes out. If I do a drive rush, you can see that confetti doesn't appear. So you can sort of use that as a way to react, or to help you react to the move. So like right here, you see, look for the confetti, and then boom. I mean, of course, the characters also glow red, so that's another tell. But again, in the heat of the moment, sometimes it can be hard to tell the difference between one or the other. So another, common situation people will get hit by it, if you're not just sitting around, waiting for them to do it in neutral, sometimes you have to commit to doing a move. You can't just sit around waiting for them to do it forever, because then they might not do it. So, people will eventually try to, poke with a button, and then, I try to poke with my button, and then bam. So sometimes in situations like this, might frustrate a player to think like, man, I can't play footsies because, what if they do a drive impact, right? But there are ways to sort of get around this. So one way to get around, getting hit by it in neutral is to use low committal moves. So, I just used stand fierce there, has a lot of recovery, right? But if instead I used stand light kick, right, and I just kind of poke around with this, even if he does like the move, I can still block it. I can even drive impact back, right? So that's one way you can deal with it, is just using low committal moves as a sort of safeguard in case they drive impact. You can't always be using low committal moves, so sometimes you're going to want to use, the classic crouch medium kick. Again, though, the issue with doing this, boom, punish counter. So there are ways to get around this. You can keep using your crouch medium kicks in neutral while still being relatively safe to drive impact. And one way you can do that is by drive rush. So instead of just doing crouch medium kick, you do crouch medium kick, drive rush. I'll show you why in a sec. So if I press my crouch medium kick, bam, he drive rushes. I can cancel, or he did drive impact. I can cancel my drive rush into drive impact, and then my move is safe now. Because if I see that he does a drive impact, really easy to react to because of the slowdown that the drive rush creates, makes it that much easier to react to the drive impact. Another thing you can do is just using a 3-hitting chain. So drive impacts only have 3 hits of armor, or I should say 2 hits of armor. The 3rd hit will break the armor. So one thing you can do is, again, instead of just crouch medium kick, if I do crouch medium kick into EX fireball, bam, breaks the armor. Similarly, if I do like 3 jabs, see, I timed that wrong. There we go. And you can also just cancel the second jab into Shoryuken. You might get better luck if you do that. Bam. It's a bit faster than doing the 3rd jab. So sometimes canceling your jab chain into a special move will make it more likely to succeed as well. So another thing, another situation where people will drive rush a lot is, or they'll drive impact a lot, is when you do a drive rush. A pretty common reaction that players will do when they see this drive rush is to do their drive impact to sort of counter your forward movement. So the way you counter this is something I've already covered, which is just using low committal moves. Specifically, in this case, crouch jab. Boom. So you see right there, I drive rush in, the player reacts with their drive impact, and then I'm just doing the 2 jabs into my own drive impact. Again, this is just a good way of staying low committal, right? I could have instead done like crouch fierce or whatever, right? But then I'm leaving myself open to getting hit by the drive impact. By doing drive rush into the jabs, I'm not only applying pressure, but I'm keeping myself safe from the drive impact. One other way to deal with drive impact in neutral is, instead of reacting with a drive impact, you can react with a parry. So boom, like that. The benefit to reacting with a parry is that it actually gains you a full bar. So like if I waste some bar here, right? Look at my bar. He does that, bam. I gained a full bar back as a perfect parry, so I think I gained even more. you can just see how much drive I'm gaining. So the reason you would do this is if you're low on drive, let's say I had 1 bar left, right? I gain a little bit more. See, I have barely any left. I react with drive impact, and now I'm putting burnout. So in that situation, it might be better to do parry, so that way you can gain drive rather than going to burnout. So earlier I showed an example of Luke doing a drive impact and me doing stand fierce and getting punish countered. Another way that you can avoid getting drive impacted here, other than doing a drive rush, would be to just special cancel the drive or the stand fierce into drive impact. So for example, if I do stand medium kick, right, I can't special cancel the stand medium kick, but if I do my stand fierce, I can special cancel the stand fierce. This can be a bit tough to do. It's kind of situational. And a lot of times you kind of have to do it on the fly. So like if I'm doing a chain, let's say I do crouch jab, stand strong. Stand strong's cancelable. So if I see that my crouch jab gets absorbed by the drive impact, I could cancel the stand strong sort of on reaction. So let's try that. So like right there. So it's a situation where, if that drive impact had happened a little later, it wouldn't work. So like if I let it go for a little bit, I won't even get my stand strong out because it already had been going for a little bit. Reacting with drive impact from a special cancel is a very situational thing, but you really have no reason not to try it, especially with a move like, for example, Ryu Stand Fierce, where it has like a later cancel window, making it even easier to react. Another thing you can do with special cancels is, of course, super. So you can do a super cancel from a normal move. This is especially important if you're in burnout. So if I see he does that, I could special cancel the stand fierce. Supers have armor break, so they'll always be drive impact. So that about does it for drive impact. These are just the ways that I know how to counter the move. If there are any ways I didn't mention, feel free to comment below. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next one.